At some point after 50, some of us have noticed something which is a bit alarming. Our circles got smaller. It wasn't dramatic, and there was no really big announcement. But there's fewer people, fewer calls, fewer plans, fewer of those "we must do this again" messages, which, to be honest, we didn't really mean. And then we think, is this a problem? And then we remember the weekend before and how peaceful it is. And no, it's not. So, welcome back to the channel. Life of Paul and over 50. Just where I try and discuss the changes I'm going through, being over 50, and trying to share some of my experiences with you. And with any luck, some of these relate. So, if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe. And today's subject is our circles getting smaller. So we didn't actually lose people. We've just lost our stamina. Because in our younger years, we used to be able to go out after work, stand for ages talking, or trying to shout over loud music like it's some sort of competition. Whereas now, if we can't hear properly, we're not bonding, we're suffering. And anything which starts late, we spend the whole day preparing. We're going out tonight. Right, I better conserve energy, otherwise I won't be last in the evening. We haven't lost friends. We've just developed standards and a deep respect for comfortable seating. And our tolerance has quietly packed up. It's not completely disappeared. It's just moved on silently without telling us. And small talk. We can still do small talk. So, how are you? Fine, thanks. Well, actually, internally, you're thinking to yourself, we've both lied. Let's move on. And then there's the people who repeat the same story time and time again. You know it inside out. You can actually repeat it back to them. They just enjoy the chaos and the drama. And this is just something which we've just moved on from. You can't be asked. And drama. We used to get involved, and now we just stand back and watch it like a nature documentary. The chaos creator, creating chaos for no obvious reason. And then we just slowly back away. And then I stopped organising things, because I was the one which booked, planned, reminded repeatedly. Said on for this Saturday, radio silence, follow-up message. Silence. So then one day I just thought to myself, what if I stopped? And then something happened. Nothing. It's dawned on me that most of my friendships are basically only held together with the fact that I could manage a calendar. And life has a funny way of just naturally editing people out. People move away. People retire, people change routines. And what used to hold the people together with a common interest like work, school runs, standing together, moaning about the same things, suddenly stop. You take all that away, and suddenly we're thinking, what did we actually talk about? So now we don't force a conversation. If we don't want to talk about something, we just don't. No drama, no fallout, just a silent fade away. Like an old TV programme which has been quietly cancelled. And then we prefer depth. A few of us become quite particular with who we spend our time with. We just don't want to be surrounded by people anymore. And the ones which we want to be with, they're the ones which we actually want to be with. People we can sit with comfortably, and preferably somewhere where it's not loud and there's seating. and we can get up and leave without it becoming a situation. Mingling isn't actually social anymore. It's endurance. And then we become incredibly efficient at socialising. We know exactly when to say, well, I'll let you get on. None of us actually knows what that means and what you're getting on with, but it seems to work every time. I've learned how to decline politely. We'll see. No, you won't. And I've learned how to avoid commitment entirely. Well, we'll have to meet up soon. We will not. I have no bad intentment. I'm just managing expectations early. And then we stop chasing. We stop chasing people. We stop being the one which messages first, which does the follow-up, which tries to keep the connection alive. And when we stop, some people do disappear. They never reappear. And somehow that's not upsetting. I just think to myself, well, that's that then. Because if a relationship only exists because you're doing all the work, it's a full-time job with no pay and no holiday. That's not friendship. It's not worth it. And I did find myself having a bit of guilt briefly for about 6 minutes. Should I do more to socialise? Should I try harder to connect? And then I remember how peaceful life is now. It's so nice not having to make plans for things which I don't actually want to go to, or explaining myself constantly. And quietly the guilt leaves, probably to go and bother somebody else. So what do I actually gain from all of this? Yes, my circle is smaller, but it's quieter, it's more peaceful, it's less complicated. I now spend time with people who aren't draining, who aren't complicated, who don't turn every conversation into some sort of group project or about themselves. We can go weeks or months even, and we just pick up where we left off with no awkwardness or silences. Just, you all right? Yep. You all right? Yep. That's perfect. So, if our circle is getting smaller after 50, that's not something going wrong. That's something improving. We're not losing people. We're just refining the guest list. Less noise, less effort, less standing around pretending that we're actually enjoying ourselves, and more time for the people and the peace, which I actually like. That's got to be a much better deal. So I hope you enjoyed this video of how our circle gets smaller as we get older. Not everybody, but I imagine there's quite a few of us which have quite enjoyed our smaller circle of people which we know. So if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe, and maybe click the alarm button. That will let you know when the next video is coming up. And I'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate you watching, and I'm going to carry on with my walk.